Right, good morning, everybody. My job this morning is to go through the club success plan. Now, some of you may have completed it, some of you may not have done so. So, what I'm going to do is I have a PowerPoint that I want to share with you if I can find it. Perfect. There. Oh, try it's my husband just falling over something there, if you heard a clang. Right, so the Club Success Programme. I'm going to go through the programme and where you find it, what the information is. If you've got any questions, please pop it in the chat and I'll have a look at the chat afterwards. You may notice the top it says welcome John. The reason is because I'm not a club officer, so therefore I can't get into Club Central. So I've had to go on to his, but he has approved it, just in case anybody's wondering. Club Success Plan. You've gone into your homepage and it has in here all the different, and then you've gone into then Club Central. And then it has all the information here. So click on Club Success Plan. And the first thing that comes up, this is for my club. And it tells you, which is quite useful at the beginning, you've got whether you've met the Distinguished, Select Distinguished, President's Distinguished, Medley Distinguished, which is the new one, on your Club Success Plan, because we put our Club Success Plan in. And also it mentions about the number of members we've got. So we've covered that. The Club Success Plan basically follows the Distinguished Club Programme. So it goes on, it talks about education, talks about membership, training and administration. There are two other points to that, which are optional, and I'll mention those at the end. So I've gone into the education side. Now, this is this is for people who have decided to go with the online Club Success Plan, as opposed to downloading it and then uploading it again. I would suggest you go online because it is so much simpler. As you can see here, if you look at myself, I've got level 1 and level 2 are blanked out because I've already got those. And what's happened is the VPE of our club has ticked the box level 3 and said that I'll get level 3 this year. A couple of other people are saying they'll get level 1 this year. And if you click on those boxes, it automatically populates the right-hand side and puts the names on it. So that's a lot easier than before. Then it talks about membership. And in membership, it has goals, strategies and tactics. So in the goals, we've got currently 29 members. From memory, I think our goal is 33 at the end of the year. Within that, the strategies that we are planning to put together for that, and then the tactics that we're going to use to achieve the strategies. So that's fills in the membership one. Then it talks about club officer training. And again, it's a box. So you've got the people. We filled in June to August. We put in there that we were going to have 7 people trained. And we've said 7 people for November to February. Luckily enough, we have completed the 7 people for the first one. And then we're hoping to get 7 again for the second one. It's always useful, and I'll get a plug in now, to attend the second lot of training, because you can then update your club success plan. You can update what you want to achieve, and you can look at what you've achieved so far, as well as any changes that Toastmasters International or the district have put together. So always useful to attend both. That's my little plug in there. Then it talks about administration, and it says you need to assign who's responsible for the membership renewal. Normally that would be the treasurer, but it's up to you in your club who does what. And then the officers list is normally the secretary. So get the new officers list in before the end of the current Toastmasters year, once you've had your AGMs. And again, it has strategies and tactics. So what strategy is going to use to achieve this and what tactics? So with the strategies, it would be make sure that you get your members maybe on standing order. We try to do that with our members. Make your members pay their monies on the 1st of September. So you've got the whole of September to chase people. So that's your strategy, is to get everybody renewed by, say, the 15th of September, which would be really useful because that's one of the strategies that we have, or the incentives that we have in the district. And then you'd put your tactics down for that. The tactics would be that the treasurer would check who's paid, who hasn't paid, and contact those people. Nice and simple so far. I then mentioned that there's a couple of optional things, and you've got committee values and processes, which is optional. Have a look in there. It asks you what extra values and processes that you want to put in for your club. If you wish to do that, you do not have to complete it. We have put that in there. And planning process contributors. So who's going to contribute to the planning process? And you would put in there your strategies and tactics again. Once you've done all that, you can then submit it. And as you see at the bottom, we submitted ours on the 9th of August. There's also a resubmit button there. So if you have submitted it already, but you want to change something, then you can resubmit it. So it's not at once you've done it, that's the end of it. That's the plan. So when you look at the list below the DCP information, it has the plan, which we've gone through, and it shows you an action list. And as you can see in the summary, there's this red box, which says overdue. The middle one says due in the next 10 days, and a total of 7. Now, you may notice on the right-hand side, our action items and our objectives are all due on the 30th of June, 2026. The reason we put this down is so that it doesn't come up with any overdue amounts. You could say, oh, we're going to get 3 level 1s by the 1st of November. And if you don't, then you will find that you then become overdue. So it's probably easier just to put in the end of the year, unless anybody else has any other ideas on that, but that's how we found is probably the best way to do it. Right, let me stop sharing that. The other thing that, just checking my timing. Oh, yeah, got plenty of time. Sorry, I whizzed through that. I tend to whiz through stuff. The other thing is to actually work out your club success plan and what you're going to do to obtain your successes is the moments of truth. Now, I'm hoping that majority of people on here have heard or used moments of truth. I can't see everybody, so I'm not quite sure how I can check whether people have or haven't done moments of truth. But what I would say is that it's a good, useful tool to do with your club, not just with your committee members. I suggest you do it with your club. And the moments of truth talks about first impressions, what people feel and see when they come into the room. The membership orientation, do you do formal inductions? Do you assign mentors? Good one on that. We've just gone through that. Do you assess people's learning needs? Then you've got fellowship, variety and communication. Do you greet guests warmly, make them welcome? I'm sure everybody does. Program planning and meeting organisation. So are you organised with your meetings when people turn up? Guests especially, are they do they come into a room where everybody's running around like a demented bug, not getting stuff ready in time? Is there a proper agenda? Is it done in advance? Membership strength. Has your club 20 or more members? And the membership strength obviously is more important this year with the introduction of the Smedley distinguished, as well as the numbers that people have to get to the higher levels. And the last one is achievement recognition. Do you recognise achievements? You can get ribbons for different levels of achievements on pathways. Some people know that, some people don't. So that's something you can get, or you could print off the certificates. So that's a quick whiz through on there of moments of truth. And I can see I've got 12 new. So let me see if I can. The club success plan. So I was asked who normally submits it. The club president can do, but it doesn't have to be the club president. As I said, anybody who is a committee member can actually go in and add their bits into it. So Andrew said yes, in consultation with the executive council, executive committee. Yes, but I would also say it'd be useful if you can fit it in the timescale, because the district has asked us all to get our club success plans in by the 7th of September. Do a moments of truth with your club. See what your club comes up with, because you may have an idea as the executive committee, but your club may feel that there's other things that you haven't noticed. So where possible, I would say do that.